Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today let's go over another premium medium question in the database/pandas category that I just solved on my own. So again, I'm glad that I was able to come up with my own solution to this problem without any assistance, and I thought it was pretty easy. So let me show you how I did it. This one's called Pizza Toppings Cost Analysis, and yep, so what they're asking you to do is to return this table with, so you have all these toppings, you want all the combinations of 3 of these toppings. So basically the order has to be different. So for example, you can't have duplicates. So sausage, pepperoni, chicken would not be valid because that was already done. Just because it's a rearrangement doesn't mean it's supposed to be in there. So basically all the combinations of 3 and then sorted in alphabetical order. So first of all, let's go ahead and map the topping name to the cost so that we can go ahead and retrieve that information, because we're going to have to calculate the total later on. So for IT and enumerate toppings, topping name, D of T, we can set that equal to toppings cost of I. Okay, so that just gives us the key and then the value. Okay, so now we want to actually generate the combinations, but because they cannot be repeated, let's go ahead and create a list called unique, because we're going to, or called used, because we're going to store all the ones that are already used. And let's first get all the toppings. So let's define that up here, and we're just going to append the current topping itself. And then now we can just generate all the permutations of size 3. So Python has this nice module called permutations. I don't know if you guys know of it, but it's very helpful and basically lets you do what you need. So now you can basically have all the combinations of 3, but first of all, we have to say if A is not in, so basically we want to make sure they're not just a rearrangement, an anagram. So let's say if sorted A is not in used, then we can print A. Otherwise, used dot append sorted A, and let's go ahead and run this. Okay, so let's do dot copy. Okay, so that doesn't look correct to me. Maybe we should just do sorted A, because they're supposed to be in alphabetical order. Okay, cool. So now we have what we need. So no anagrams, no just rearrangements, no duplicates in terms of the frequency. So now we can basically, now is when this comes useful. So let's do tote is 0. So let's call this, so basically now we have our current rearrangement or our current iteration, and then we can just say for val in k, tote plus equals to d of val, because that gives us the cost of the current topping. And let's print k and tote. Okay, cool. So now notice that you have to round, you have to round the 2 decimal places. So we can say tote equals round tote to 2 decimal places. Okay, so we talked about the round method in the last video. So same thing, makes it just 2 decimal places, 2 numbers after the decimal at most. Cool. So now we can just gather the answers, because the final requirement is to sort the table by descending order in terms of the total cost, and then the combinations, the toppings, in alphabetical order in ascending order. So first let's gather the result, k and tote. And if you notice here, so if we print answer, this is not sorted yet. So basically we want, well, in this case it is, but so 175, extra cheese, pepperoni, So it is not, because this is supposed to be the third one, not the second one. So again, we have to sort by the total cost. So that's this parameter in descending order. So negative x of 1 takes priority first, and then x of 0. So ascending order normal of this. When we print answer now, so now you can see it's basically lined up all the way. So we basically have our answer now. Now we just have to do our usual thing for a and answer. 1.append, comma, because there's a comma between here, and dot join of a, and then append a of 1, and then create our data frame, return it, set the columns pizza equals to 1, and then total cost is equal to 2. Okay, run this. Okay, so expected string instance, join of a0. So this thing right here. Okay, submit it. And there you go, passes all test cases. So again, I'm really glad that I was able to solve this question on my own and come up with my own solution without any help. So that's it for this video. If you found value, consider subscribing. And as always, stay tuned for more.